We'll start now. विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदकप्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु नो देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि श्रीरघुराम चारुतुलसीदलधाम समक्षमादिशृङ्गारगुणाभिराम त्रिजगन्नतशौर्यरमाललाम दुर्वारुकबन्धराक्षसविराम जगज्जनकल्मषार्णवोत्तारकनाम भद्रगिरिदाशरथिकरुणापयोनिधि राम विशालविक्रमपराजितभार्गव राम सद्गुणस्तोम पराङ्गनाविमुखसुव्रतकाम विनीलनीरदश्याम ककुत्सवंश कलशाम्बुधिसोम सुरारिदोर्बलोद्धाम विराम जगज्जनकल्मषार्णवोत्तारकनाम भद्रगिरिदाशरथी करुणापयोनिधि आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनूमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् अद्यतन पञ्चाङ्गम् अक्टोबर् 12 रोधिनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने शरदृतौ आश्विनि मासे शुक्लपक्षे दशमी तिथिः आल्सो विजयदशमी शुभपर्वणि स्थिरवासरः श्रवण नक्षत्रम till 6:57 p.m. followed by Dhanishta nakshatra. Dhriti yoga till 2:52 p.m. followed by Shula yoga. Taitala karanam till 12:38. Garakaranam till 11:38 p.m. Followed by Vanik karanam. सर्वेभ्यः सुप्रभातं सर्वेभ्यः विजयदशम्याः शुभाशयाः. And as per North tradition also, Vijayadashami is when Rama's victory, and so it is most apt to study Ramayanam today. Thank you all for joining. So does anyone remember 63rd Sarga? Anyone can recap one or two lines?
In the last class, Dasharatha is reminding his younger time when he went to forest to hunt and accidentally killing a Muni Balaka, and talking a conversation between that Balaka and about his parents.
Correct. Very good, very good. So this is a very long sarga. It is about 70 plus shlokas, so we may need at least 2 sessions. We'll cover one half today, but it is very, very important sarga because here onwards a next twist starts in the Ramayana path. Atha chatushtitama sargah
Atha chatushtitama
Dasharatha dishtantah
Dasharatha dishtantah
Vadhama pratirupam tu
Vadama pratirupam tu
Maharshestasya Raghavah
Maharshetasya Raghavah
Vilapanneva
Vilapanneva Dharmatma
Kausalyam Punarabravit.
Kausalyam Punarabhavit.
So he was already telling the story, Rishikumara Vadhakhyanam, and Vadham Apratirupam. I mean, never was a heard of this, like a good dharmic prince, so good in archery skills, especially Shabdavedhi. With that skill, that too a young youth hermit, sage boy, ascetic boy. Of him, a king killing was never heard of before. And so apratirupam, never heard before or never before. Apratirupam vadham maharshehe, of that maharshi. I mean, that boy is also great sadhaka, so he's also a maharshi. Maharshehe tasya maharshehe apratirupam vadham tu Raghavaha vilapanneva, by crying only. He could not stop his crying while, even though he was talking and narrating to Kausalya, he was not able to stop his cry. So while crying only, he was Kausalyam punaha abravit. He continued telling to Kausalya again. Tadajnanat mahat papam.
तदज्ञानात्
Go ahead.
तदज्ञानात् महत्पापं
कृत्वाहं संकुलेन्द्रियः
कृत्वाहं सङ्कुलेन्द्रियः
एकस्त्वचिन्तयं बुद्ध्या
एकस्त्वचिन्तयं बुद्ध्या
कथं नु सुकृतं भवेत्.
कथं नु सुकृतं भवेत्.
So he started again telling to Kausalya, Tad ajnanat, without my knowledge, meaning unintentionally. Ajnanat as in not brainless or not knowledgeless. It means I did not know that I was actually killing. If it was a Maharshi's son, I would go and worship him. I know I'm such a good guy. But that was ajnanam, because I did not know the information that it must, or it could have been a human being. I thought it was an elephant. So ajnanat mahat papam kritva, by doing that dire or that blunder, ultimate blunder, sin, aham kritva sankulendriyaha, all my indriyas became sankula, they all got contracted, so they became tight. I mean, I could not think, I could not see, I could not hear, I could not feel. I was like rock. Sankulindriyaha. Ekaha achintayam. I was alone and I was trying to think what to do. Katham no sukrutam bhavet. How can I make this? How can I correct this? This is a papam. How can I make it sukrutam? How can I correct this into a right thing? I have no, I mean, I was young then, very young youth fellow. So achintayam buddhya, I was trying to think, recollecting all my knowledge. Oh, what is papam and what is the prayashchittam for this papam? So katham nu sukrutam bhavet iti kausalyam sankulendriyaha. I was telling that. Tatastam ghatamadaya
Tatastam Gatamadaya
Purnam Paramavarina
Purnam Parnavarnina
Ashramam Tamaham Prapya
Ashramam Tamaham Praptya
Yathakyata Patham Gatha
Yata Kyat
Yatha Akhyata Patham Gatha. So Tataha, then, all right, I mean, it is getting late. The boy already passed away. And so, all right, Ghatam Adaya, the boy's intention was to carry water for his parents. So he wanted to fulfill that. Ghatam Adaya, Purnam Paramavarina, filled it completely with pure water. Paramavarina, best water. He has very carefully filled that entire pot entirely with water, best water. Ghatam Adaya, and taking it in his hands. Yatha akhyata patham ashramam tam, as narrated or as directed by that boy, saying, go towards this north direction on this unpaved path, you will find my ashramam, he said. In that direction, as directed, yatha akhyatam tat ashrama patham aham prapya gataha. I went in that direction and finally reached that ashramam. Tatraham durbala vandhau
Tatravam Durbalavando
vruddha vaparinayakau
Vruddha Aparinayakau
apashyam tasya pitarau
Apashyantasya Pitarau
luna paksha vivadvijau.
Lona Paksha Vivadvijau.
So I reached that ashramam and tatra aham durbalau andhau vruddhau aparinayakau luna paksha vivadvijau pitarau tasya pitarau apashyam. I went there and I finally got sight. I saw the two elderly couple, parents. Vruddhau, elderly one. Durbalau, they were very weak. They had no strength, helpless. They were immobile. Durbalau, Vruddhau, Andhau, and they were blind. They were already immobile because their legs and all didn't have any strength. They were always sitting. And added to that, they were blind, so they cannot move anywhere. So Durbalau, Andhau, Vruddhau, Aparinayakau. See, Parinayakau is those who are led by somebody. But here these two, Aparinayakau. There is nobody to lead them. At least if that boy was there, he would always hold their hands or carry them in that two baskets on his shoulder and take them from bathroom to the bedroom, bedroom to the dinner, kitchen for lunch, and so on. He would have moved them. But now there is nobody, so they were just lying like that on their seats there. So Aparinayakau. Luna pakshau iva dvijau. Dvijau is twice born, which means birds. First they are born as egg, then they are born as a bird. So they are dvijau, twice born. But luna pakshau, paksha is wings. Luna pakshau, if somebody cut their wings, then that bird is just a muzzle. It cannot fly, it cannot move, helpless bird. So luna is removed. Luna pakshau, removed with removed wings. Iva dvijau, birds with removed wings, like birds with, iva means like birds with without wings. Iva tasya pitarau apashyam. I saw that boy's parents there, helpless, elderly, immobile, blind, unsupported parents there. I saw them. Tan nimittabhirasinau.
Tat nimittaabhiyasinau
Kathabhiraparikramo.
kathabhiyaparikramo
Tam asham matkrite hinau.
tam asham matkrite hino
Udasina vanathavat.
udasina vanatvat.
So there, when I saw, they were tad nimittam abhihi asinaha, abhirasinau. Tad nimittau, for the sake of, or they were waiting for. Nimittam is for that reason. They were waiting for the reason of who tat. Tat means their son. They were waiting for their son because their son went. They said, hey, I'll just go in the evening, get you water, parents, and he left. So tannimittau abhirasinau. They were waiting, sitting in that seat, facing the door, only to hear their son returning back. Tannimittavhirasinau. And what were they doing? Kathabhirapirikramau. And they were only talking about kathaha. They were, hey, do you remember our son? How well he does the Anushtanam. He has excelled more than me. He is doing so much more than what I taught. What ji? I am a mother. Look at him. He's a boy. He is able to cook lunch much better for us. He is able to acquire food, the best food for us. No. You remember those evenings when I used to do Surya Namaskars and asanas, yoga asanas? This fellow, are So young, but he's able to do much better than me. Like that, they were Kathabhir Aparikramau, talking about much better than ourselves about their son. So they were talking, hey, our son is much better than us. They were talking about only their son. Kathabhir Aparikramau, Tam Asham Matkrite Hinau. And so when he heard that, this Dashratha was like further guilty. His guilt got hurt further. Oh my God, what have I done? How will I face them now? So, Matkrite tam asham hinau, their hope of their son was deprived by me. Matkrite, by me. And how are they now? Udasinau. Now he is looking at them as Udasinau. Ayyo, I made them unvital, helpless, impotent now. Anathavat, like I made them orphans. All these days, because of that boy, they were living happily. Now, without him, how will they live? So, anathavat mat krite hinau. Shokopahata chittascha
Shokopahata
शोकोपहतचित्तः
bhaya santrasta chetanaha
भयसन्त्रस्तचेतनः
tachashrama padam gatva
तत् आश्रमपदं गत्वा
bhuyas shokamaham gataha.
भूय शोकमहं गतः.
So, by looking at all of this, tad ashrama padam gatva, by going to that ashramam nearby them, gatva, bhuyaha, again, shokopahata chitta, my chitta, my brain, mind, chitta apahataha, upahataha, it was almost killed. By what? By shoka. I was already filled with grief of having made this sin. Added to that, bhaya santrasta chetana, my consciousness was trembling, santrasta, with bhaya. My consciousness was trembling with fear. I mean, how did I commit this sin? What will I tell to my parents? What will happen to the kingdom? What will people think of me? All of that bhayam. Bhaya santrasta chetanaha, bhuyaha shokam aham gataha. With all this, looking at these parents, I have fallen into further grief again, into further sorrow again. Padashabdam tu me shrutva
Padashabdam tu me shrutva
munirvakyam abhashata.
munirvakyam abhashata.
Kim chirayasi me putra
Kim chirayasi me putra
paniyam kshipramanaya
paniyam kshipramanaya
yan nimittamidam tata
yen nimittamidam tata
salile kriditam tvaya
salile kriditam tvaya
utkanthita te mateyam
utkantithā te māteyam
pravisha kshipramasramam.
pravisha kshipramasramam.
So padashabdam tu me shrutva, me padashabdam tu shrutva, by listening to my sound of my footsteps, munihi vakyam abhashata. The Muni, the elderly father, he started talking this. What did he say? Kim chirayasi me putra, oh my son, why did you delay? Kim chirayasi, why this long? Why did it take so long for you to return back? Every day you would come much faster, much sooner. Paniyam kshipram manaya, I am thirsty already, give me that water that you brought. Yan nimittam idam tata. Tata is, oh father. Father means son. Appa, Napa, oh Babu, Nana, like that. So, oh son, yan nimittam idam salile kriditam tvaya. We told you not to, go swimming and all for long. We salile kriditam, not to play in that water. Yan nimittam idam tvaya salile kriditam utkandita te mata. Iyam mata. This mother was so, anxious, or her heart was just stopped, blocked. When will this guy return? I told him not to play in the water, no swimming there. We don't know if there could be a crocodile in it or a serpent in it. I tell him, but this fellow is too naughty. He would go and play in the water. Iti utkantita te mata iyam te mata utkantita. So Kshipram ashramam pravisha. Come on, get inside quick, soon. Go dry up and come quickly and bring that water that you brought. Is how. So as I read Ramayana every time, I feel how natural this is. It doesn't sound like 10,000s of years of back when people think, this is old one. We can't read it, we can't understand it. No, it is so natural as we talk today. If the child comes late, this is exactly how parents will talk and imagine and think. Hey, why did you come late? What happened? I told you not to go out and play that football. You hurt yourself. See, all these natural, exclamations that our parents make, us as parents make about our children here, are the same way these parents are also talking. It's so natural for us to connect and never leave studying Ramayanam. If nothing, we can live it, enjoy it. If more, there is a lot more to learn and teach others also. So, yan nimittam idam tata salile kreditam tvaya utkantita te mateyam pravisha kshipramasramam. And then they were saying, yadvyalekam kritam putra.
यज्जलीकं कृतं पुत्र
Matra te yadiva maya.
मात्रा ते यदि वा मया
Natan manasi kartavyam.
न तन्मनसि कर्तव्यं
Tvaya tata tapasvina.
त्वया ताता तपस्विना.
Imagine how this is exactly how we would talk. So he's saying, Vyalik yad te matra yadi va maya putra vyalikam krutam, O son, whether by your mother or by me, if we have, spoken anything hurting you, tat manasi na kartavyam. Hey, don't take it to your heart. How natural! I mean, is it not sounding like a sentence that we speak today? This is exactly how we talk, right? Natan manasi kartavyam. Arey, don't take it to your heart, son. Tata, tapasvina. That too, hey, you're not an ordinary, useless fellow. You're a tapasvi. You're practicing tapas. So you have studied so much of shastras and all. And so, even if we had sometimes stopped you or disappointed you in saying, hey, come back late, no playing there, all of that, you should not take it to your heart because you know the love of parents and you respect us and you honor it. So please don't take it to your heart. Tvam gatistvagatinam cha. Chakshustvam hina chakshusham.
Chakshusvam hina chakshusam.
Samasaktastvai pranaha.
Samasakti hina pranam.
Kim tvam no nabhibhashase.
Kim tvam no nabhibhashate.
So tvam gatihi, you are our path. For whom? Agatinam. Agatinam tu tvam gatihi. We are without any destination. For us, you become our destination or path, let us say. We are pathless. We don't know where to go, what to do. We don't have a journey. And you become the journey. You lead our journey. Chakshuhu tvam hina chakshusham. We are blind. We don't have eyes. And you are our eyes. Samasaktaha tvayi pranaha. All our 5 pranas, my 5 pranas and your mother's 5 pranas, all these 10 pranaha, tvayi samasaktaha. All of them are, they're all bundled and they're kept in you. They're always with you. Our pranas, our life is with you. You are our vision. You are our path, journey, and you are our life. Kim tvam no nabhibhashase. And hence, what? Don't you talk with us? Don't you reply back to us? Munim abhyaktaya vacha
Munim
मुनिम् अव्यक्तया वाचा
Tamaham sajjamanaya
तमहं सज्जमानया
hina vyanjanaya prekshya
कीन व्यञ्जनया अप्रेक्ष्य
bhitaha bhitaivabravam.
भीतयः ब्रह्म.
So munim avyaktaya vacha tam munim aham prekshya. By looking at that muni, avyaktaya, I was there is no more manifest. I mean, I'm not there by myself. I lost my individual. I lost my personality. Vyakti, vyaktya, avyaktaya. I mean, I'm no more by myself. I lost myself. And with that last speech, vacha, this speech was how sajjamanaya. Sajjamanaya means it was like stammering. I was like that, meaning words are not coming. Hina vyanjanaya. Vyanjanam is consonants. Swaraha vyanjanaha. Vowels and consonants. Hina vyanjanaya. To make real sound, you need consonants because vowels don't touch lips. So if you just speak vowels, there is no modulation there. There is no speech coming out. It'll only be ragam. Like that, it'll only be melody. Only when you say kapata tachapa, then there is speech coming out. So, hina vyanjanaya. In order to pronounce a vyanjanam, you need to be able to close your lips, touch the tongue with the teeth. The tongue should sometimes go to the palate. So tongue and lips and teeth together, they have to work. When you lost consciousness and your mouth dried up, then we stammer and we cannot, the tongue becomes hard, lips are dried up, and so then it cannot even pronounce properly. That becomes hina vyanjanam. So hina vyanjanaya, without proper, unable to speak any words. Hina vyanjanaya prekshya bhitaha. I was shit scared. Damn, friends, very, very scared. Bhitaiva abravam. With that fear, with that stammering speech, unable to speak, with dried lips, in that piteous situation itself, I attempted to talk to Muni because he said, "Hey, talk. Why are you not talking to us?" And now they are becoming a lot more, they will start suspecting. Before they start suspecting what happened, I thought I will talk, and so I started talking. Manasah karma cheshtabhihi
Manasah karma cheshtabhihi
abhisamstabhya vagbalam
abhisamstabhya vakmanam balam
achachakshe tvaham tasmai.
achachakshe tva. What is that? Achachakshe?
Achachakshe tvaham tasmai.
Oh, achachakshe tvaham tasmai
Putra vyasanajam bhayam.
putra vyasanajam bhayam.
So he was telling now Kausalya that manasaha karma cheshtabhihi vakbalam abhisamstabhya. By my mind has been all this tension, thoughts, how will I unable to prepare a flow of sentences of how to narrate, how to introduce myself, how to narrate. Mind was all going. At that moment, now that the father is asking, that elderly person is asking, and I have to respond back. So, vak balam manasaha abhisamstabhya. By stopping all these wavering thoughts and trying to get the strength of my speech, which means by consciously, holding myself to start talking now. To aham tasmai achachakshe. Unto him, I started presenting, which means achachakshe. So as I said, right, the beauty of our language is achachakshe, which means I am visualizing, I'm showing him the vision. Abravim means I spoke with words. But achachakshe also means telling only, but the detail of this telling is you are showing the vision, meaning you're narrating it so well that they can see the video there. That is when acha chakshe. Chakshu is eye. So I am giving them the sight through my words. So well narration. So I attempted to narrate well of what happened so that they don't misunderstand me. To aham tasmai acha chakshe putra vyasanajam bhayam. The vyasanam, the pain, the trouble, the hardship that I brought of putra vyasanajam, the born out of the grief of their son, the fear that was born out of the trouble that I would give to them of the loss of their son. With that, in that fear, I tried to gain my strength of words and try to narrate to them. Kshatriyoham Dasharatha.
Kshatriyo aham Dasharatha.
Naham putro mahatmanaha.
Naham putro mahatmanah.
Sajjanavamatam dukkham.
Sajjanavatam dukham.
Idam praptam swakarmajam.
Idam praptam swakarmajam.
So he started introducing himself. Aham Dasharatha Kshatriyaha. My name is Dasharatha. I am Dasharatha and I am a Kshatriya. Naham Mahatmanaha Putraha. I am not the son of you, great soul, Maharshi. I am not your son. I am Kshatriya, Dasharatha. Sajjanavamatam. I have dukkham idam praptam swakarmajam. Because of my deed, the act, swakarmajam, whatever was born, the act that was the result, or the dukkham that was the result of swakarma. I came with the sorrow which is the result of my own act, which is sajjana avamatam, which is not appreciated by any good people, by any good person. Nobody will appreciate what I have done. Out of that sorrow, out of that pain, here I am, even though I am Dasharatha and a Kshatriya. I am presenting myself as a very unpardonable person in front of you. Bhagavan chapahastoham.
Bhagavan chapahastoham.
Sarayu tiramagataha.
Sarayu tiramagataha.
Jighamsuhu shvapadam kinchit.
Jighamsu shapatam kinchit.
Nipane chagatam gajam.
Nipane chagatam gajam.
Bhagavan, O Maharshi Bhagavan, chapahastaha aham. I, with chapa, with the bow in my hand, Sarayu tiram agataha. I reached or I arrived at the shore of the Sarayu Nadi. Jighamsuhu, wanting to kill. That means wanting to hunt. Shwapadam, some of these big monstrous animals. Nipane kinchit, something that would come to that Sarayu Tiram to drink. Nipane, in order to drink. When a big elephant or a big lion or something that comes there, I wanted to kill that. Agatam gajam. I thought a gajam, an elephant would come there to drink, and then I will hunt it, I will kill it. Tatra shrutah maya shabdah.
Tatra shutra maya shabda.
Jale kumbhasya puryatah.
Jale kumbhasya puryatah.
Dvipoyamiti matvayam.
Dipo yapi yamiti matyayam. Matvayam.
Banena abhihatah maya.
Banena mitha maya.
Tatra maya shabdah shrutah. So then I heard this sound. Jale puryatah kumbhasya, of that pot which was being filled with water. I heard that sound. Dubuk, 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 dubuk. When we fill a pot with a narrow neck, it will dubuk, it will make that sound. Jale kumbhasya puryataha shabdaha maya tatra shrutaha. Dvipaha ayam iti matva. I thought it must be, that sound must be a dvipa. Dvipa is one which drinks with two ways. It can drink with its mouth, it can drink with its tunda, with its, what is it called? Elephants, what is it?
Trunk.
Trunk. Trunk. So it can drink with its trunk and it with its mouth. So it can drink two ways. So it is called dvipa. So dvipaha ayam iti matva. I thinking that must be, that's how when elephants drink, that's how they make this sound. So I thought it must be the elephant that I have been waiting for. Ayam banena maya abhihataha. So that was killed by me with my arrow. Gatva nadyas tatastiram
Gatva nadyastatastairam
apashyamishuna hridi.
apashyami vishuna hridi
Hridi. Vinirbhinnam gata pranam
vinirbinnam gatah pranam
shayanam bhuvi tapasam.
shayanam bhuvi tapasam.
So nadyaha tataha nadyaha tiram gatva, by after releasing my arrow, and when I thought that I got killed, then I went to the shore nearby. Ishuna hridi vinirbhinnam, with my issue, with my arrow, hridi, into the heart, vinirbhinnam, pierced into my arrow, which pierced into the heart of that person. Bhuvi shayanam, lying down on the ground. Tapasam, not an ordinary fellow, tapasvi, tapasi. Tapasam, gata pranam. Talking of this tapasi, the Tapsi, when I hear her name and this tapas, what relation? Such a great name. And sorry. So tapasam, gata pranam, one who has almost lost his life there. Bhagavan Shabdamalakshya
भगवन् शब्दमादस्य
Maya Gaja Jighamsuna
मया गजजिगांसुना
Visrishtombhasi Narachaha
विशिष्टं रसिनाराचः
Tena te nihatas sutaha.
तेन ते नियतः सुतः.
O Bhagavan, however, Maya Gaja Jighamsuna Maya Shabdamalakshya, Jighamsuhu is Hantum Ichha Yasya Saha Jighamsuhu. By him, Jighamsuna. What Gaja Jighamsuna? By me, who was wanting to kill or hunt an elephant, Shabdamalakshya, by listening to that sound, Visrushtaha, released, Ambhasi, in that water, I have released that arrow. Narachaha, so Narachaha is also another word for arrow. Narachaha Visrushtaha, Tena te sutaha nihataha ayyo. With that arrow, I'm so sorry, your son was killed by that arrow. Tatastasyaiva vachanat
ततस्तस्यैव वचनात्
upetya paritapyataha
उपेत्य परितप्यतः
samaya sahasa banaha
स मया सहसा बाणः
udhruto marmatastada.
उद्धृतो मर्मतस्तदा.
By the way, I went nearby. At that point, he was still not, dead. Yes, he was shot by me, but he was not yet dead. But tataha tasyaiva vachanat, by his own words, by his own request, upon his own request, upetya, by going nearby him, paritapyataha, that too he was horribly, undergoing the pain. Paritapyataha, he was burning, horribly pained. By him, upon his own request, sahasa, immediately, maya banaha marmataha tada udhrutaha. Unfortunately, I'm so good at shooting that I shot it right at that Marmasthanam. And I was discussing with Tushaji also. She's Ayurveda person. She was also saying, it seems even a bullet, if it is only if it goes to those Marmasthanams, the person will be dead immediately. Any other organ, if it goes, they won't die, it seems. They can be taken to the hospital and they will do the surgery and remove the bullet. Maybe that area will be hurt. There will be a lot of blood. Blood, what is it? Blood release. What is it called? Blood release. But they won't die, it seems. Only in Marmasthanam, if it hits, then they are dead. So some of the Marmasthanams are like Surya Chakra, the temple or the side of the forehead. These are some of the areas where immediately they will die. So my arrow was shot in that Marmasthanam. So Marmataha, from the Marmasthanam, Banaha Udhrutaha, I have plucked out my arrow. Tada Sahasa Sachodhrutena Banena
सचोद्धृतेन बाणेन
Tatraiva Swargamastitaha
तत्रैव स्वर्गमास्थितः
Bhavantau Pitaro Shochan
भवन्तो पितरो शोच
Andhaviti Vilapyacha.
अन्धाविति विलप्य च.
So by his own request, I have plugged it out. I have removed that arrow out. And sacha udhrutena banena. As soon as I removed that, as soon as that bana was removed out, tenaiva swargam asthitaha. Immediately he has reached swarga. That means he left this body. And shochan, by worrying about what andhau pitarau bhavantau vilapyacha, crying about ayyo, why am I this useless fellow? I'm not able to live to serve my parents. Like that, he was crying about you only, about you blind elderly parents. He was crying, and so he was narrating what all has happened. Ajnanad bhavatah putraha
अज्ञानात् भवतः पुत्रः
सहसाभिहतः मया
सहसाभिहतः मया
शेषमेवं गते यत् स्यात्
शेषम् एवं गते यस्यात्
तत् प्रसीदतु मे मुनिः.
तत् प्रसीदतु मे मुनिः.
So bhavatah putraha ajnanat sahasa maya abhihatah. Without any intention, without any ill intention, unintentionally, unknowingly, your son was instantly killed by me. Evam yat sesham gate syat munihi tatme prasidatu. May you tell me what is the next remaining activity to be done. Help me what to do, and I'm here to help you. Tell me what can I do next. This is already done by me. I'm sorry. Unintentional. I didn't intend it for whatever unfortunate reason has happened. Now tell me what is the next course of action. Satat shrutva vachah kruram
Such as Shritva Vacham Kruram,
mayoktam aghashamshina
Ayuktam Agasanshina,
nashakat tivramayasam
Nashakat Tivra Masayam,
akartum bhagavan rishihi.
Akartu Bhagavan Rishi.
Again, these are narrating statements back to Kausalya. So Kausalya, that vachaha, kruram vachaha shrutva, by listening to this very cruel as in very horrific narration of mine about what happened. Maya uktam aghashamsina, this sinful narration that I have explained to them. By listening to that, Tat Munihi, Bhagavan Rishihi, that noble Rishi, the divine Rishi, Nashakat, he could not. Tivram Ayasam Akartum, he could not behold his anguish anymore. Nasakat Akartum Tivram Ayasam, He did not have any energy, nor could he respond back with any big anguish or anything like that. So Bashpapurna Vadanaha
बाष्पपूर्णवदनः
Nishvasan Shokakarshitaha
निःश्वसन् कर्षितः
Mamuvacha Mahatejaha
मामुवाच महातेजाः
Krutanjalim Upasthitam.
कृताञ्जलिम् उपस्थितिम्.
So I was standing there, Upasthitam, Krutanjalihi. I was attending there, waiting to attend to them. Mam Mahatejaha Uvacha, that great soul, he then told this to me. How was he? Bashpa Purna Vadanaha. Of course, having listened to it, they can only cry. And so face full of tears. Nishvasan, sighing in heavy exhale and tears. Shoka Karshitaha, grief stricken, he replied back this to me. Yadyetada Shubham Karma.
Yadhyeta Shubham Karna,
Natvam me kataye swayam.
Natveme Kayam Sukham,
Phalen murdhasmate rajan.
Palain Murtha Smate Rajan,
Sadyah shata sahasradha.
Sadhya Shatasahasradha.
So first response of him in anguish, in that anger was, Rajan, O king, yadi etad ashubham karma, had you not natvam me kathayehe swayam, had you not yourself told me this bad, unfortunate incident, had you not narrated it, told it to me yourself, te murdha sadyah shatasahasradha phalet. Had you not told this yourself, your head would have broken into hundreds of thousands of pieces. Because you had confessed it to me, you are still alive. Otherwise, you would have been dead by now, with your head broken into hundreds of thousands of pieces. So much of anger we have. Kshatriyena vadho rajan.
क्षत्रियेण वधो राजन्
Vanaprasthe visheshatah.
वानप्रस्थे विशेषतः
Jnanapurvam kratasna
ज्ञानपूर्वं कृतस्थानात्
Chavayedapi vajrinam.
श्रावयेदपि वज्रिणम्.
So they are now narrating all the dharma. Rajan, Vanaprasthe Visheshatah, especially of those who are in Vanaprastha, of them or for them, Kshatriyena Vadha, by a Kshatriya, if those who are in Vanaprastha, if they were killed, especially those who are in Vanaprastha were killed by Kshatriya, Jnanapurvam Krutaha, knowing intentionally especially, very well knowing that they are Vanaprasthas, if a Kshatriya has killed them, Chyavanam means it will slide you, it will release you from sthanat, from your Kshatriya position. Even if you are a Raja, it will throw you out of that position. Vajrinam api, even if it was Indra, who is the Raja of all the gods, even him, had he done a mistake, it will, especially toward Vanaprasthas and Brahmacharis, etc., it will just throw him out of his position. Dharma will throw him out of his position. And unfortunately, that is not so, but they are narrating it. And so we know, especially of Indra, the story of Vritrasura, all of that happens, which comes as a part of Lalitopakhyanam, as part of the Brahmana Puranam, Uttarakhanda. In that, Indra, once after having conquered, meaning regained or defeated the Rakshasas and all. He is doing now a big procession on his Airavatam. Hey, very, very, what do you call, very happy, proud of himself and all. At that moment, somehow gods realized that, hey, gods meaning Shiva, Brahma, the divine entities. They realized that, hey, this Indra is now slightly headstrong. He has become a little arrogant now. He's doing on procession and all. We need to give him a lesson. So then they call Durvasa Maharshi, who is known for his anger, his short temper, and they send him. Hey, by the way, go see what Indra is doing. They don't tell him anything. And as he is going there on the path, along that, one of the Apsaras, she happens to be going there and looks at the Durvasa Maharshi and stops to pay homage to him, to pay respect to him. And she has a mala in her hand. So Durvasa Maharshi asks, what is this? She says, I just visited Bhagavati Devi and it is her mala. And so I'm carrying it. But having seen you, Maharshi Bhagavan, here it is. I want to offer it to you. Oh, really? Thank you so much, lady. He takes the mala and he goes with that mala as a prasadam. He was going, now he reaches Amaravati and there Indra is going on this procession. He stops before that Airavatam. And the Airavatam stops and Indra says, hello sir, how are you? Kind of a greeting Indra makes from the top of that Airavatam. He doesn't come down. Whereas that Apsarasa who was going in sky, she looks at that Maharshi and stops by, comes close, pays homage, touches his feet, and does Abhivadanam and all of that, right? Here is our Indra who is in his pride of having won the war and gotten back his position. He probably wasn't attentive to come down to pay attention, to pay homage and respect to Maharshi Durvasa. Even then Durvasa didn't care. Hey, by the way, Indra, I just heard that you won the war. Congratulations. Here it is. I just happened to got this prasadam of Devi. Please take it. And he gave it to him. Indra had one of his assistants come down, take it, and he took it in hand. Thank you, sir. And like any other prime ministers we see, right? Any other leader, this story immediately I recollect. I remember that. Let's say prime minister comes. He went to even Chinnajayara ashramam, for example. Chinnajayar gives a mala. Immediately that mala is taken by his security guard next to him. Do you all remember this incident happening? Anywhere they go, any great person or an ordinary person, they give their gifts without even noticing, without even looking at what it is. Even before they look at it, the security guards, they take it and they put it next. Good or bad, the same thing happened to Indra also. Indra also likewise took that mala. He thought it's another flower bouquet or garland. He put it on the head of that elephant. And immediately elephant probably tickled its neck or whatever. It took through its trunk, it took it, flipped it around, thumped it on the ground and played with it. Then Durvasa got mad. Man, don't you realize what I gave you? You thought it was a flower bouquet that I bought from Publix or Kroger's? Hey, it is directly prasadam of Bhagavati Devi, Parvati Devi, Loka Kalyani, Lokamata. You didn't care for it. You have lost everything, man. You thought you have gained, you won, you have lost everything, he says. Immediately, that's all. Then the whole story starts where then again Asuras start planning and they come back, they attack him and he loses all of that and all of that. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is, Vajrinam api chavayet. So even that Indra also had to finally run away from Amaravati, and he runs into some, Himalayas. He hides himself in a small underwater pool for thousands of years, they say. Chavayet, Chavanam, that is called Chavanam Harshi. Chavanam means Shutihi. It will release. He was released of his aging old age. So he was Chavana. And that recipe, which releases the unwanted weaknesses from us and keeps us strong, is Chavana Prashaha. Ashaha is to consume. Pra-ashaha, properly to be consumed as a medicine, is Chavana Prashaha. Chavana Maharshi. That's another Chavanam. So Chavayet is from that verb, is release or slide. One, it really, even Vajrina, even Indra also will be released of his post if had he done a blunder unto Vanaprasthas, especially in terms of killing them. And so further, what is it? Saptadhatu phalen murdha.
Saptadatum phalen murdha.
Muno tapasi tishtati.
No tapate tishtati.
Jnanad visrujatah shastram.
Jnanat visrujata shastram.
Tadrishe brahmavadini.
Tadrishe brahmavadini.
By the way, now if it was in a, or if you had done this to a tapas, a muni who was doing his tapas, who has closed his eyes and already continuing his practice, te murdha saptadha phalet. Yeah, it would have, your brain, your head would have broken into 7 pieces. Had you done it to a vanaprasthi, hundreds of thousands of pieces. Had you done it to a muni in his tapas, your head would have broken in 7 pieces. Jnanat visrujataha. That too, had you done it intentionally, knowing very well, had you done it. Shastram tadrishe brahmavadini. Similarly, not only muni, even a brahmavadini, somebody who is studying Brahma and brahmavadi. Unto a brahmavadi also, had you done a mistake like this, your head would have broken into 7 pieces. Ajnanadhikritam yasmat.
Ajnanadhikritam yasmat.
Idam tenaiva jivasi.
Idam tenaiva jivasi.
Apihyadya kulam nasyat.
Apihyadya kulam nasyat.
Ikshvakunam kutah bhavan.
Ikshvakunam kutah bhavan.
So finally he is concluding, having said these 3 dharma shastras, he is saying, Ajnanathi kritam. Since you said you have done it unintentionally, without knowing you have done it, hence, idam tenaiva jivasi. That's why you are at least now living. Otherwise your head would have broken and you would have died instantly then itself. Api, he adya kulam nasyat. Ikshvakunam. You would have died and your Ikshvaku's dynasty would have ended with you. Kutah bhavan. All the Ikshvakus themselves would have, even the ancestors, if they are in their Pitarloka, they also would have lost their positions there. What of you, young fella? Kutah bhavan. What about you? Nothing. The Ikshvakus themselves would have lost their positions had you done this intentionally. Fortunately, you are saying, and so you have not done it intentionally, hence you are alive, and hence your ancestors are still in their positions. Nayanau nrupa tam desham.
Nayanau nrupat tadesham.
Itimam chabhyabhashata.
Itimam chabhyabhashata.
Adyatam drashtumichhavaha.
Adyatam drishtumichhavaha.
Putram paschima darshanam.
Putram paschima darshanam.
So, iti mamcha abhyabhashata. Then Kausalya, he said to me like this, Nrupa, now tam desham naya, please, O king, please lead us. Now is asman now. Mam, asman now. Dvitiya bhakti, dvivachanam. Please lead us or carry us to that place, tam desham. Adya tam drashtumichhavaha, tam putram drashtumichhavaha. Today now we want to see our son. Paschima darshanam, the south vision, which means the last vision. We know after this, he is not there anymore. So let us get the last sight of him, last vision of him. Please carry us so that we can see our child for the last time. Rudhirenavasikhtangam.
Rudiranaavasikhtangam.
Paschima Disha is a Disha of Mukti, right?
South. Yeah, south is Dharmaraja's Disha. So south, Yamadisha. Oh, Paschimam is, west, but Paschima also means later.
Yeah, I thought Paschima is a Mukti Disha, so that's why I was.
Correct. So later side, so that means the last thing. Paschima Darshanam. Rudhirenavasikhtangam.
Rudiranaavasikhtangam.
Prakirnajina Vasasam.
Prakirnajinavasasam.
Shayanam Bhuvi Nissanyam.
Shayanam bhuvi nisanyam.
Dharmarajavasham Gatam.
Dharmarajavasham gatam.
So take us to that place where we will see our son, who is Rudhirena Avasikta Angam, drenched, the body, every part of the body drenched in that blood. Prakirna Ajina Vasasam, of that boy whose dress, which is the deer skin dress, would have gotten scattered, torn, Prakirna, spread out. Normally, when you are conscious, you tie your dress well. But once you lost your body and you have already trembling and your body was shivering and all, probably some buttons let loose or the knot lets loose, and so the dress might have gotten spread out. Prakirana ajinavasasam, bhuvi shayanam, lying on the ground. Nissanyam, without any sanya, which means without any consciousness, without any identification or cognition. Dharmaraja Vasham Gatam, one who went to the control of Dharmaraja, Yamadharmaraja. That means one who has lost his life. Athaham ekastam desham.
Taham ekastam desham.
Nitva tau bhrushadukhitau.
Nitva tau brushadukhitau.
Asparshayamaham putram.
Asparshayamaham putram.
Tam munim sahabharyaya.
Tam munim saha bharyaya.
So atha, then aham ekaha tau brushadukhitau tam desham nitva. Then Kausalya, I alone, I had carried those two heavily, deeply grief-stricken elderly couple. Tam desham nitva, by taking them to that place. Asparshayam, I made them touch the body of that child. Putram tam putram munim sahabharyaya, that muni along with his bharya, I made them get a feel of their son. I carried them alone. Tau putram atmanaha.
Tau putram atmanaha.
Sprishtva tamasadya tapasvinau.
Sruštva tamasvadya tapasvinau.
Nipetatuhu shariresya.
Nipetatuhu sharirasya.
Pita tasyedam abravit.
Pita tasyeda abravit.
Tasya idam abravit, tasyedam abravit.
Okay, tasyedam abravit.
So, Tau, he's continued narrating to Kausalya. Tau, those two, Atmanaha putram sprishtva, by touching their own son, by getting a touch, feel of their son, tam asadya, by getting close to him and touching that body, tapasvinau, tau tapasvinau, those two great souls. Asya sharire nipetatuhu, they fell on that body of their son. They fell off They just touched it and they lost any remaining strength and they just fell on that body. That means with their head on the body. Tasya pita idam abravit. Then his father started talking this. Nabhivadayase madhya.
Na abhivadayase madhya.
Na cha mam abhibhashase.
Na cha mabhibhashase.
Kim nu seshetu bhumau tvam.
Kim seshetu bhumau tvam.
Vatsa kim kupitohyasi.
Vatsa kim kupito asi.
Na abhivadayase mam adya. O son, putra, Vatsa, O beloved one, na abhivadayase. As soon as you come, you do a namaskara. As soon as you see us, you do a namaskaram, abhivadanam. Don't you do that? Na abhivadayase. Mam adya. Nacha mam abhibhashase. Or don't you want to even talk to me, converse with me? Kim nu seshetu bhumau. What, you want to lie and sleep on the ground itself? Kim kupitohyasi tvam. Are you angry with me, son? That I was shouting at you? Natvaham te priyam putra.
Natvaham te priyam putra.
Mataram pasya dharmika.
Mataram pasya dharmika.
Kim nu nalingase putra.
Kim nu nalingase putra.
Sukumara vachovada.
Sukumara vachovada.
Natu aham te priyam putra. All right, if you are angry with me, maybe I am not your beloved one. Te mataram pasya dharmika. Look at your mother, oh dharmika. You know that, a son will be loving his mother most. So you look at your mother at least, son. Kim no nalingase. What, you don't want to come hug us? Hug her. Putra sukumara vachaha vada. You talk to us that beautiful melodious words that you normally talk to us. You talk so melodiously, so pleasingly. You come hug us. You do namaskaram to us. You converse with us. What, you don't want to do all of that? Seshe bhumautu. Just want to lie down on the ground and sleep. Come on, wake up, son. And just realize how natural these sentences are. This is exactly how even today, anywhere, even in movie, story, anywhere, this is only how. And that is why this is called Adikavyam. This has to be the reference for anybody to speak, to write, to feel, to think. This is the Adikavyam. Kasyavaratreham shrosh, Kasyavaratreham
Kasyavaratreham
Sroshyami Hridayangamam
Soshami Hridayangavam
Adhiyanasya Madhuram
Adiniyasya Maduram
Shastram Vanyad Visheshataha.
Sastram Vanya Videshyastaha
Visheshataha.
Visheshataha.
अरे आरात्रे अहं कस्य वा हृदयंगमं मधुरं शास्त्रम अधीयानस्य वा अन्यत् विशेषतः श्रोष्यामि. अरे, that melodious voice in which when you chant Vedas, Shastram and all, aratre, day and night, you will be chanting that whenever you are free, when you are practicing all your lessons. When do I listen that? How can I listen that? Hridayangamam, that too, that pleases my heart. Aha, what a great son that I've gotten. He practices day and night the Shastras, chanting them. When will I listen that again? Come on, wake up, son. If you want to sleep on the ground, wake up. Komam sandhyam upasyaiva
Komam sandhya upasaiva
snatva hutashanah
snatva utashana
श्लाघयिष्यत्युपासीनः
shlageshit upasinaha
पुत्र शोकभयार्दितम्.
putra shoka bayarditam.
So whenever I feel afraid, off in the morning or in the dark in the morning. Sandhyam upasya eva. First of all, he would complete his Sandhya Vandanam in the morning, Upasanam in the morning. Huta after completing all other Hutashanam, means all the Agnikaryam, etc. Completing that Snatva after taking bath, Shlaghayishyati comes and praises me. Upasinaha by sitting next to me. Putra Shoka Bhayarditam, while now here I am in this sorrow and fear, stricken by the sorrow and fear. Who will come and after taking bath in the morning completes his Sandhyavandanam and Agnikaryam and then comes and sits next to me and makes me happy. Shlaghayishyati, makes me proud. Who else can make me proud, son? Wake up. Kandamula phalam hritva.
కందమూల కందమూలం మూలం
Kandamula
ఫలం
phalam
మూలం
hritva.
కందమూలం ఫలం హృత్వా
Komam priyam ivatitham.
కోమాం ప్రియ వాదిత్యం
Iva atithim. Komam priyam ivatitham.
ఓకే కోమాం ప్రియమావతిథిం
Atithim. Bhojayishyata karmanyam.
భోజిష్య కర్మణ్యం
Apragrahamana anayakam.
అప్రగ్రహమానాయకం.
So, kaha, ko means kaha. Kaha mam priyam atithim iva. Who will just like, who will serve, treat, host, just like a very beloved guest. When a beloved Atithi comes home, just as one would serve him with all best food, best acquired food. You would bring pluck the best fruit. You will pluck the best carrot or the root, kanda, moola, roots like carrot, etc., phalam. Pluck the best of these fruits, food, and wash them, nicely cut them, make a good salad, nice dressing, well decorated. All of this, just as one would serve to the best Atithi. If it is your own family member, probably you may not. But you used to serve us as if you were serving an Atithi every day, Kanhritva, by collecting them. Bhojayishyati, you would feed us with the best of the meals. Akarmanyam, even though we are not able to act anything. That means we are not able to help you with cutting. We are not able to help you with shopping, with plucking, with cooking. We are not able to help you. Akarmanyam, apragraham. We are not even able to bring any of this for you. Anayakam. We cannot even lead you. We will be unled. We will be sought after, inactive. However, you used to feed us. Who will feed us like that anymore? Come on, son, wake up. Imam andham cha vruddham cha.
Imam andham cha vruddham cha.
Mataram te tapasvinim.
Mataram te tapasvinim.
Katham vatsa bharishyami.
Katham vatsa bharishyami.
Kripanam putra gardhinim.
Kripanam putra gardhinim.
So, hey son, imam vruddham andham mataram tapasvinim te. Hey, you are this elderly blind, but a practicing mother. That means a practicing sadhu, tapasvini mother. Katham vatsa, oh beloved one, how can I kripanam of this worried or pained, grieved mother, how can I bear bharishyami? How can I bear her? How can I handle her? Putra, O son, gardhinim, the two who is half gone, gardhinim. Katham bharishyami, how can I hold her, how can I handle her? Tishta mam magamaha,
तिष्ठं तिष्ठमां मागमः
putra yamasya sadanam prati,
पुत्र यमस्य सदनं प्रति
shvo maya sahagantasi,
श्वो मया सह गन्तासि
jananya cha samedhitaha.
जनन्या च समेधितः.
So, putra, tishta, oh son, stop, stand there, stop. Ma agamaha, don't go away. Yamasya sadanam prati, don't go away towards the residence, towards the abode of Yama. Shvaha, tomorrow, maya saha jananya cha saha ganta asi samedhitaha. Tomorrow, I and your mother also have to go away. We are anyway going to go away tomorrow. You don't go, stay, hold on. You stay, let us go. And so that's how he is crying, crying, crying. Ubhavapi cha shokartau.
उपावपि च शोकार्तौ
Avanathau krupanau vane.
अपनातौ कृपणौ वने
Kshiprameva gamishyavaha.
क्षिप्रमेव गमिष्यावः
Tvaya hinau yamakshayam.
त्वया हीनव यमक्षयम्
Are ubhavapi. Are both of us. Shokartau. So much grief stricken. Sorrowful. Avanathau. Without any lord for us. Krupanau. Piteous us. Vani, in this forest. Kshiprameva. Very quickly we too. Gamishyavaha. We too shall anyway quickly go head towards. Tvaya hinau, without you, we too also shall anyway head towards yamakshayam, towards that deteriorating yama abode. We are also going to go away anyway. So what hurry for you? Stay back, son. Tatah vaivasvatam drishtva
ततः वैवस्वतं दृष्ट्वा
tam pravakshyami bharatim
तं प्रवक्ष्यामि भारतीं
kshamatam dharmarajo me
क्षमतां धर्मराजो मे
vibhruyat pitaravyayam.
विभ्रूयात् पितरामयं
Pitaravyayam. Pitaravyayam.
पितरावयम्.
So then he was concluding this, saying, now Dasharatha is speaking. Tataha Vaivasvatam Drishtva. Vivaswan is son. So son's one is Yama. So Vaivasvatam Drishtva, looking at him, Bharatim Pravakshyami. I was talking to that Bharatim. Kshamatam dharmarajo me. O Dharmaraja, may I be forgiven. Vibhruyat pitaravayam. Please hold on. These two parents, please be held up. Don't take them away. Datumarhati dharmatma.
दातुमर्हति धर्मात्मा
Lokapalo mahayashaha.
लोकपालो महायशाः
Idrishasya mamakshaya.
ईदृशस्य ममाक्षय्या
Mamakshayam.
महाक्षय्याम्
Ekam abhayadakshinam.
एकाम् अभयदक्षिणाम्
So, Dharmatma, Mahayashaha, Lokapalaha, Datumarhati. Oh, great reputed one, popular one. Lokapalaha, you are one of the Panchalokapalaha. Dharmatma, Datumarhati, you can give us what? Idrishasya mama akshayam ekam abhayadakshinam. You can give this, what do you say, this boon, that abhaya dakshinam, fearless dakshina, please give us this boon of fearlessness from Akshayam, that too infinite. Give us this boon of infinite boon of fearlessness. Of what? Apaposi yada putra.
अपापोऽसि यदा पुत्र
Nihata papakarmana
नियतः पापकर्मणा
tena satyena gachat.
तेन सत्येन गच्छसु
No, gachashu. Ye loka shastrayodhinam.
ये लोकाः शस्त्रयोधिनाम्.
So apapaha asi. This fellow is a sinless fellow, innocent fellow. Yada putraha nihataha papakarmana, by that horrific arrow, that hunt, that killing in that sinful manner, when the son is killed, tena satyena ashu gaccha ye lokaha shastrayodhinam. Those let him go to those worlds where great people go. May this son, innocent fellow, also go to that great worlds. Yanti shura gatim yamcha.
यति शूरां गतिं नाम च
Sangrameshvanivartinah.
संग्रामेषु अनिवर्तितः
Sangrameshvanivartinah.
संग्रामेषु अनिवर्तिनः
Hatastvabhimukah putra. Tu
मुख
Hatastvabhimukah putra. Gatim tam paramam vraja.
गतिं तां परमां व्रज.
So the father is giving all these blessings to the son. Shuraha yam cha gatim sangrameshu anivartinaha shuraha yam cha gatim yanti. In the wars, the most warriors, the best warriors, the brave warriors, Sangrameshu anivartinaha, those who don't tread back, those who don't return back, but finish the war and die in the war. Nivartinaha, those who return back, depart away. Anivartinaha, those who don't exit the war, kill themselves if required, but complete the war. Such people, whichever great positions they get in those worlds, yanti sangrameshu anivartinaha shuraha yamcha gatim yanti putra tam paramam gatim hataha abhimukaha praja. You too go to that place where such great warriors, shuraha, abhimukaha hataha, those who have gotten killed face to face in the war by fighting till the last breath. Whatever great position they get, you too may get such great position. Yam gatim sagarashaibhyah. $850. Okay. I think
या
we will
गतिं सगरः सेभ्य
Dilipo Janamejayah.
दिलीपो जन्मेजयः
Nahusho Dhundumarascha.
नहुषो दुन्दुमारश्च
Praptastam Gacha Putraka.
प्राप्तास्तां गच्छ पुत्रक.
So Yam Gatim, that whatever place that these great Maharshi, Rajarshis, such as Sagara, Shaibya, Dilipaha, Janamejayaha, Nahushaha, Dundhumaraha, all of these great souls. I mean, if we take each one of them, that itself is another Purana. Dilipaha, Raghumsham, great service that he does. Shaibyaha is the one who gives away his shibi, who gives away his flesh from his thigh, equivalent to the weight of that big dove that comes seeking refuge from the big vulture, like that Shaibya, or the Sagara, who sacrificed his 60,000 sons and all of places of Amshuman, or who becomes the reason for his grandson Amshuman bringing the Sagara out and Ganga to the earth. So such noble souls. Nahushaha, who became Indra. Dhundumaraha, one of the great, another king. Whatever great praptaha, yam gatim praptaha, tam gacha putraka, O son, may you also reach that great position. So for this Maharshi, they know only these great souls, all of them of the Ikshvakus in their previous lineage. Some of their stories we have read, especially Sagaraha, Dilipaha we would read in Raghuvamsham and all, Janamejayaha and all. So Yagatihi Sarvasadhunam, I think we'll stop here. 43. It's already 8:51. I know some of you have to leave. Yeah, next session, let us try to complete this sarga, because with that, a chapter ends. Can anyone say the Shanti Mantra? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschat dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve